Why would I do this? I'm doing this because our planet is in trouble, is in very serious trouble. And we all know this. We've been hearing about it for a while. It's right in front of our faces every day these days. And I am not seeing that anybody right now in the field of meteorology or in our political arena has found any solutions that do work. This is a technology that was developed in the 1950s, has remained effectively almost completely unheard of by the scientific community, which is very sad, because in fact I think it could make a difference that nothing else could make for us as a planet. So I think for that reason I am doing this. Reich was a genius, no question. He was a brilliant guy. His ideas flow fast and furious. He was inspired in an extraordinary number of ways. I don't know if I had known him, whether or not we would have been friends or not, or if I would have liked him personally or not. I know he was a very intense personality, extremely passionate. Most of the time when I read his writing, I think he loves very deeply, very intensely, and it really matters to him to be doing something to help humanity. I think for that reason, he matters, and he was able to make a contribution that would enable potentially a lot of people to have access to an energy that we all have as a birthright, effectively. We just maybe haven't understood it very well or understood how to work with it. But would I like Reich as a person? I ultimately don't really, that's not so important to me as is what it is that he said or did or found that matters to us. I think Reich was plagued by people's concern with him as a person, and I think that we do him a disservice by constantly trying to make him into a cult of personality of some kind, either negative or positive, because ultimately that doesn't matter. What matters is, can we utilize this energy in a way to make our lives more successful? Can we use orgone energy for healing in ways that we've never thought of before? Can we reform our healthcare field, enjoy greater health generally as a planet? Can we clean our atmosphere? I mean, how are we going to clean this atmosphere? This is a mess. Everywhere you go, there's nothing but mess. There isn't anyone anywhere I've seen who has any ideas. You go out outside today and all you see are a bunch of airplanes flying across, and scientists actually believing that it's potentially helpful to be spraying particulate matter in the atmosphere to block the sun's radiation, thinking that's somehow going to protect us from global warming. These ideas are, to me, completely insane, yet they are being endorsed. And this is what people are utilizing. I don't even know that I want to talk about that any further because I think it's so bizarre. I don't even know how somebody could come to that idea. Because what we need is to restore our planet to its natural condition as best as possible so that we can live here actually harmoniously in our physical environment that we were born into. And that matters. The movement toward ecology has been struggling and fighting, and you have to ask yourself, why? Who thought it was good to manipulate or damage or rape nature? Well, it's clearly been going on for a while. If there's one idea that I think people need to understand is it is this one. The only strategies that are going to work are strategies that embrace the concept of love and cooperation and respect for not just each other as individuals, but for the planet as a whole. There is no other solution that will ever work. And that demands people opening up their minds as well as their hearts to ideas that maybe are new to them, but have phenomenal potential. A lot of people in our world right now are very, very frightened. It's very understandable. A lot of people do things that is very fear-driven, but this is a time, I think, that we have to step forward to see that there is a higher purpose we need to be serving here, where we're actually looking for solutions that are positive, that are life-enhancing, that increase the health of even the tree standing next to me or the birds in the water by cleaning our atmosphere, not by rendering it more and more toxic with chemical sprays of some kind. That is never going to work. You know, the fact that we're already trying to move in the direction of solar, the fact that we're already trying to clean up our carbon emissions and clean up our gas that's coming out of our cars, we've already made great strides. I remember as a kid growing up in Los Angeles having unbelievable smog days that made it impossible to play outside. Back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, that's not the case anymore. We've greatly improved that atmosphere, but our population is always growing. We do use these, gasoline-driven vehicles, it's a fact. They do produce noxious fumes. We've got to find alternatives. And so that is the message. We need to find alternatives that allow us to become a better place, a better planet, even in a better humanity. Argon energy is a positive energy. It's an energy of life. It's an energy that is central to the process with which we love and procreate and breathe and grow our food and live under the sun. Now, it is not something foisted upon us. It is our birthright. We live in it. It's the ocean we have been born into. And if we don't understand how it serves us and we can be of service to it and help our atmosphere clean itself, that's really too bad. Because I don't know that we have so much time left to figure this whole thing out, actually. So I'm hoping we'll do it quickly. There are enough smart people on the planet who could look at the material, who could understand this, who themselves have much greater backgrounds in many scientific fields than I do. And I would be just thrilled if more people who have that kind of smart and interest, and even not smart, just have the heart, would be interested in learning more and trying to initiate a process by which we can actually all live more harmoniously here.